everyone, and welcome to my long-awaited prom 2018 recap video. And by long-awaited, I mean literally none of you asked for this video, but you're getting it anyway. Let's see if we can hit today's like goal of 74 likes, so at any time in the video, if you enjoy what you see, make sure to leave a like. I would really appreciate it. Also, I'm trying to get to 3,000 subscribers by the end of summer, so if you're not already subscribed, if you subscribed, I would really appreciate it. But as I said, in today's video, I'm going to be talking about my high school's prom. Prom is basically this extremely overhyped dance that typically happens for seniors in high school. So surprisingly, I actually left my basement and I went to my high school's prom, and not gonna lie, I actually had a pretty good time. It wasn't some life-changing experience that a lot of people make prom out to be, but it was a good time. I had fun dancing with my friends and just kind of hanging out. Prom is a formal event, if you didn't know, which means that you have to wear a tuxedo, and I didn't know what a tuxedo was until like a couple of days ago when I had to rent one. I thought it was like a suit jacket or something. I didn't know it was like an entire outfit. I know I look really stupid right now. You're probably like, oh my god, Eric, you're so dumb. I don't dress up, so I don't really know this stuff. And because it's a formal dance and you have to dress up for it, parents love to take photos. A lot of them. And this sucks because I hate taking pictures, which is why I frown in nearly every single photo that I take. In fact, I managed to frown in every single photo in my high school's yearbook this year. And everyone makes a huge deal about taking their prom photos, but honestly, I don't really care. I will probably never look at these pictures again. And you're probably thinking, oh Eric, don't you want to look back at high school in 20 years and you want to see your prom photos? Not really. I don't really want to remember any of high school in 20 years. It's kind of like this thing that I want to block out and I never want to go back to it. And as you probably know, prom is a dance, and I actually don't mind dancing. I'm just not really good at it. I don't know how to do that dance where like you move your hips and your arms, or that other one where it looks like you're kicking a box. And because I wanted to have a fun time, I did dance the majority of the night. I also don't really mind making a fool out of myself in public. I mean, I make a fool out of myself every time I upload one of these videos, so me dancing in public is no different. So the main question you're probably asking is, Eric, did you take a date? No. Obviously. There are several reasons for why I didn't take a date. I have an anxiety disorder, if you didn't know. Basically, for me, what that means is I like to worry about things that aren't really that big of a deal, but they seem like a big deal to me. And I hate using anxiety as an excuse, but I would be lying if I were to say anxiety was not a huge obstacle in my life, especially when asking someone to prom. Because contrary to popular belief, I actually do have a few friends that are girls. I was just too scared to ask any of them. High school society likes to hype up promposals, like you have to have a poster, you have to have this elaborate proposal. My anxiety was so bad, I didn't want to have a promposal that was too little, and I didn't want to have one that was too much, and that's ultimately what prevented me from asking someone. On top of that, I automatically assumed the worst. Like, I assumed that the person was gonna say no, and then if they said no, our entire friendship would be ruined. And I don't have a lot of friends in the first place, so I don't really want to lose any of the friends that I have. And then there was a lot of anxiety that would happen. Well, what if I did have a date? I would have to worry about an entire other person. I can barely look after myself. What if she wasn't having a good time? Or what if a slow dance came on? I don't know how to slow dance. I don't know how to dance at all. What if she ditches me for some cooler and hotter guy? Like, these were all the things that went through my head. So yeah, I ended up not taking a date, but honestly, it really wasn't that bad. I noticed a lot of people were just using their dates as an excuse to get into prom, and then the moment they went into prom, they would just ditch them. And then I also saw some dates that were kind of awkward, and then I saw other dates that were, let's just say, overly passionate with each other, if you know what I mean. Now, prom is not only about the dance. In fact, when a lot of people think of prom, they don't think about the dance, they think about what happens after the dance. People have these after parties where they smoke, drink, and let's see, how do I say this? When two people really love each other. But I did notice a lot of people left prom like an hour before it was actually supposed to end, so they could get like a head start on their drinking and smoking and whatever they do. Now, I did not go to a post-prom party for several reasons. One, I wasn't invited. But two, I don't really understand why people go to parties just to get drunk and then they forget what happened the night before. And also, whenever I hear stories about people going to parties and getting drunk, they're always bad stories. Like, when do you hear about good stories that happen about people getting drunk and going to parties? It's almost like if you're intoxicated at a party with a lot of people, you make bad decisions. I know, it's kind of mind-blowing. If that's their idea of fun, so be it. Go do what you want to do. Now, my school held a post-prom event at Dave & Buster's, which is an arcade if you didn't know, and everyone in my grade was making fun of it. They were like, oh, no one wants to go to Dave & Buster's. You can't get drunk at Dave & Buster's. Like, that's not any fun. They were like, oh, it's just gonna be a bunch of nerds playing arcade games. You know, they were saying stuff like that. But since all my friends are nerdy and social outcasts, the majority of us actually ended up going to Dave & Buster's, and it was actually really fun. Hardly anyone showed up, which was actually a great thing because we basically had all these games to ourselves and we had $35 worth of free credits each. So basically I played the coin pusher and the claw machine game until I absolutely could not do it anymore because I was about to die. I also won some bling from the claw machine. It's probably worth like 5 or 10 cents. But yeah, overall, prom was fun. It's not as magical as people make it out to be, but it was a good time. Personally, my advice, it's just a dance. Make the most of it, but don't stress out too much about it because remember, it's just a dance. But that's all I have to say. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you have not already. And while you're at it, make sure to follow me on my social media at Eric Moran Films. And if you went to your high school's prom, maybe this year or another year, please leave a comment down below. I'd love to know how it went. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.